Hello guys, what is up? It is me, Rahul here, bringing you guys another episode here of the What Ifs. Today we're going to be doing the 1967-1968 Stanley Cup Playoffs. This is notable because of the recent, I will say, the next six. The teams contained were the Philadelphia Flyers, the Los Angeles Kings, the LA Kings, the St. Louis Blues, and the Minnesota North Stars, along with the Pittsburgh Penguins and Oakland Seals. But I will say for this, they let's see, what do we have for the Seals? They were called the California-Oakland Seals, Bay Area Seals, California Golden Seals. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. But now that they're here or there, so if you wanna, um, the funny thing is, all the original six teams were placed in the East Division, while the next six were placed in the West Division, meaning that for a certain amount of time until the 1970-71 season, it was like that. So, that's what happened. Um, Please be sure to drop a like, don't forget to subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Alright, let's get straight into this. So, as you see right here, oh god, if you remember seeing a while back from one of my what if videos of this Stanley Cup series, I you said this was the first instance I've ever seen that a division had a losing bunch of teams, or at least a division winner was a losing team. Well, I was wrong because the 1968 season, because the next six was placed into the West Division with like the entry draft. Back then it was the amateur draft and the expansion draft. They were placed in this scenario. As you see right here, though, the Philadelphia Flyers finished with 73 points. The LA Kings, the Los Angeles Kings, were had 72 points. The St. Louis Blues had 70 points, and the Minnesota North Stars had 69 points. Pittsburgh Penguins had 67 points. The Oakland Seals had 47. So, at this point, it was a very weak, division. Very weak, but in the overcoming years, the next six, until 1970-71 season, they would prove themselves in a very good fashion. Alright, let's go into the East Division bracket. So, as you see right here, oh boy, because this double elimination bracket is different because East versus West, this is how it is. Um, Also the seeding was a little bit different because it was at that time prior to certain points, it was 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4. So, this is what we have for 1 versus 4, 3 versus 2. Now, originally, the Montreal Canadiens in this scenario won the East Division. Um, in the finals, advanced to Stanley Cup and won. Now, in this scenario, we're gonna be putting them up against the Chicago Blackhawks. And the Boston Bruins will be facing the New York Rangers in this scenario. So, alright, let's just look at the final bracket and hear my thoughts. Alright, as you see right here, wow. Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens won 6-3. They advanced. Now the Boston Bruins advanced 7-6. Now, then the Montreal Canadiens defeated the Boston Bruins 5-3. On the losing end, the New York Rangers defeated the Chicago Blackhawks 5-2. Then the Boston Bruins defeated the New York Rangers 4-2. Now, the Boston Bruins defeated the Montreal Canadiens 3-1. Then the Montreal Canadiens defeated the Boston Bruins 5-3. The most surprising team, I feel like, is the Boston Bruins, cause they did what they had to do, man. All right, let's just continue on, man. On to the West Division. All right, next up we have one of my favorites. Well, this West Division original bracket, as you're seeing right here, well, it literally contains 1, 2, 3 eventual Stanley Cup champions. I will put the Pittsburgh Penguins into it, but they didn't qualify for the playoffs. And one team that was a 2-time Stanley Cup challenger. I am, as you see right here, we formatted 1 versus 4, 3 versus 2, 2 versus 3, and the Philadelphia Flyers face off against the Minnesota North Stars, the expansive franchise I am rebuilding. Then the LA Kings, the Los Angeles Kings, faced off against the St. Louis Blues, who in this original scenario from the 1968 season, they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals and lost to the Montreal Canadiens. So, with this new format, we shall see. Let's look at the final West Division bracket and I'll give you my final thoughts. Now, as you see, oh my word. The two surprising teams out of this are the Minnesota North Stars and the St. Louis Blues. Most importantly, the Minnesota North Stars. I'm going to be explaining why. First off, I will explain in the standings as you saw previously in the beginning of the video, near the beginning of the video. The Minnesota North Stars in the original bracket lost in 7 games against the St. Louis Blues. Okay, what does that mean? Well, as you see in this scenario, the Minnesota North Stars completely dominated against the Philadelphia Flyers 3-2 in a close game. Then they faced off against the St. Louis Blues, who defeated the LA Kings, the Los Angeles Kings 5-2. The Minnesota North Stars defeated the St. Louis Blues 4-2. This is very different because the St. Louis Blues defeated the Minnesota North Stars in 7 games. Mind you, these are single games instead of like series of games, so bear that in mind for a moment. The Philadelphia Flyers in the losing bracket defeated the LA Kings 5-1. The St. Louis Blues defeated the Philadelphia Flyers 4-1. Minnesota North Stars defeated the St. Louis Blues 2-1, which means the Minnesota North Stars in this particular scenario are, by logical sense, the first ever expansion team to appear in a professional sports championship game. The Minnesota North Stars did it and also win a winning record. Could they do it like the Chicago Blackhawks? The 1937-1938 Chicago Blackhawks. We shall see. All right, let's conclude this video with the Stanley Cup final. All right, so for the Stanley Cup, history repeats itself for the Montreal Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens defeated the Minnesota North Stars 5-1. All right, so thank you all so much for watching. Um, y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. One quick thing I'm gonna say. Um, these what if videos have been very innovating and creative for me because it will take me outside of my box to do so. Um, what I will state for this is, um, I will be doing another season. Um, you guys are gonna have to find out though, cause it might involve another losing division winner. We shall see. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all are legends in my book, as well as for me. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy, and peace.